Most people think their life is controlled by circumstances. But what if your life is actually being repeated by identity? Because the subconscious mind does not care what you want. It repeats what you believe you are. And this is why so many people stay stuck in the same emotional patterns, the same habits, the same reactions, the same outcomes year after year. Not because they lack potential, but because they keep reinforcing the same identity internally every single day. Think about it. If someone constantly tells themselves, "I'm not confident, I'm always stressed, I never succeed, I'm not good enough," the subconscious mind begins accepting those thoughts as instructions, and eventually those thoughts become emotional states. Those emotional states become behaviors. And guess what? Those behaviors become repeated experiences. And those repeated experiences reinforce the identity all over again. This is why your identity matters so much. Because your subconscious mind is always listening to who you believe you are. Not just occasionally, constantly. And whatever identity you repeatedly rehearse internally eventually becomes automatic. Most people are trying to change their life externally without ever changing the internal version of themselves creating it. But reality often becomes a mirror of the identity you continuously embody. This is why two people can experience the same opportunity while responding completely different. One moves forward confidently. The other hesitates emotionally. One expects growth. The other expects failure. And over time, those expectations begin shaping completely different lives. Because identity influences everything. What you focus on, what you notice, what you believe, what actions you take, how you respond to setbacks, how long you persist, even the energy you bring into conversations and situations. And eventually, all of that starts creating patterns that feel like reality. But many of those patterns begin internally first. This is why awareness is so powerful, because once you begin observing your thoughts consciously, you begin noticing the identity you've been reinforcing automatically. And the moment you become aware of it, you can begin changing it, not overnight, but consistently. By changing the thoughts you repeatedly feed, the emotional states you repeatedly live in, the way you speak to yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you respond to life daily, little by little, you begin conditioning a different identity. And eventually, that new identity starts becoming natural. This is why repetition matters so much, because repetition programs the subconscious mind. Not intensity, not motivation, repetition. The thoughts repeated most often become familiar. The emotions repeated most often become normal. And the identity repeated most often eventually becomes your reality. So instead of constantly asking, how do I change my life? Maybe the better question is, What identity am I reinforcing every single day? Because the subconscious mind is always listening, and the version of you continuously rehearse internally is often the version of life you repeatedly experience externally. Now, I know that was a lot, but if you want to go deeper into reprogramming your mindset and transforming your identity consistently, check out my ebook, The Mindset Reset System, which you can find in the description below. And if this video connected with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and begin mastering your state daily.